you're talking a little Lakers-Blazers Game 3 Saturday night. We waited for LeBron and AD to activate playoff mode. Nick said they were going to activate playoff mode, and on Saturday night, playoff mode. LeBron, 38, 12, and 8. AD, 23 of his 29 in the second half. And the Lakers get the win. They take a 2-1 series lead over the Blazers. Nick, you called it. LeBron turned it on when he felt he needed to. Was that playoff mode LeBron what we saw Saturday night?
Yeah, but you've seen it since game one. And listen, folks are just never going to learn. Folks are just going to decide that this is the year. This is the year. I promise you, LeBron loses in the first round. This is the year he goes to the well, and it's not there. And they're just going to continue to look like, and I say this with no due respect, total idiots. Because every year he makes them look bad. And so here's the deal for LeBron in the postseason. If his shot is falling, he's going to score right around 40. If it's not falling, he's going to score right around 30. He's going to control every aspect of the game, and he's going to play lockdown defense. That's what the Lakers are going to get over the next, they probably got about 20 games, 21 games left in their season, 14 wins left in their season, and that's what it is. And for all the folks who are like, listen, he needs to be in game one. He needed to attack more. He needed to take the control. You think Danny Green, who finally went 2 of 4 from 3, KCP, who's actually made some shots, games 2 and 3, you think they're happy LeBron continued to show faith in him? You think Anthony Davis, who was miserable in game 1, is happy that in game 2 LeBron said, AD, you got to take us home, buddy? I'm just curious, like, do folks maybe think possibly LeBron has thought about this and knows more about what approach his team needs than they do? Because he's only shown it for 17 years. So, Brandon, yeah, that was playoff mode, but it was also playoff mode even when they lost in game 1, and it'll be playoff mode tonight when they wax the Blazers again.
Yeah, I mean, Jenna, I don't think this is playoff mode. I think this is blood in the water mode. There's a few players that take advantage of weakness, right? Think about this. There's a couple guys, when they see you tired, when they see you sucking for air, when they see your hands on your hips and on your knees, bending over, they get fueled by that. There's 2 opponents right now in sports. There's the guys that you're playing against, and then there's COVID-19. And I really believe LeBron James was fueled by this and said, this may be the easiest path to the championship that I've ever had. And he's had some tough ones because he saw guys relaxing, going on vacation, not in the gym, overweight, opting out. And LeBron said, this is my moment. I truly believe that LeBron James is one of the smartest players. He's tactical, he's very strategic, and we're seeing him play into that again.
You know, Brandon, I agree with you that there's 2 opponents that there's people playing against, and the Blazers have 2 opponents too. One is people in the purple and gold, and the other guys are in gray and black. If we can throw up a little graphic, Nick, I'd like this is a graphic. This is a graphic that needs no. I did introduce it. It needs no context. Nick, just go ahead, take a look at this. I know you're a big analytics guy. Just take a look at it. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this, Nick?
You know what it looks like? The best player on one team is a 6'8" Mack truck that drives, and the best player on the other team, pictured there, is a 6'1" 1-inch guy that shoots from 35 feet. So I would imagine those numbers might look like that, but maybe you've got some deeper level analysis to it, Wilds.
Well, no, I'm just saying. They're odd numbers. So if anybody wants to dig into it, you can jump on Twitter and look at how historically odd that is. But here's what I know. Can I guarantee a Blazers victory tonight? No. But there's one thing I can guarantee. Terry Stotts complained about the refereeing without getting fined. Damian Lillard complained about the refereeing without being fined. I can guarantee that the referees are going to be like, whoof, that graphic that Wilds put up in First Things First this morning, we were way off. Guys, we got to call this a little bit tighter. Terry Stotts knows it. The game flow will change, so the game will be different this time, Jenna.
Not so different that you're willing to turn around and actually make a prediction. Nick, you're blowing that off, right? That means nothing to you.
Listen, one team attacks and is a great defensive team. The other team shoots a ton of threes and is a miserable defensive team. The Blazers can't defend without fouling. Like, I don't even believe, and I hate to say this about my partner, Kevin Wildes, I don't even believe he believes that this is a refereeing issue. This is a who's better issue. And it's always been a who's better issue. And by the way, Brandon, you were talking about the ease of the path. I disagree with you in this regard. I think that having a rested and healthy Houston Rockets team in round 2 is a very difficult opponent and stylistically presents some problems for the Lakers, which is why, Brandon, it's all the more important that when that series starts, LeBron is playing great, AD's in rhythm, they're actually hitting some shots. This whole Blazers series, in my opinion, Brandon, has been the preliminary rounds. A nice warm-up to get a sweat going before the playoffs really begin for the Lakers next round, Brandon.
So, Nick, are you saying that this is the year that James Harden stays hot? Is that what I hear you saying?
Listen, what I'm saying is this. I think if there was any team that benefited the most from the season shutting down, it's a team that wasn't going to have home court anyway, so they didn't lose home games, and a team with 2 super high usage stars in Russ and Harden that got some time to get their bodies back right. Now, Russ obviously got dinged, so he's missed time. But
you know what I find?
But yeah, I do, Brandon. I do think this helps them.
You know what I find interesting is that you're basically saying this series is over. That's what you're saying to me, is that this series is over. Are you serious? This is what this series needs. Carmelo Anthony, and I said it back in December when I came on the show, Carmelo Anthony is not washed up. We need a 30-point game from Carmelo Anthony, and this thing is going 7.
30.
7.
We'll get
going
30.
7.
It's going 7.
Wait,
It's going 7.
I don't know if we're
It's going 7. They have to give Carmelo the freedom to shoot the ball. We need Carmelo to feel comfortable.
The theme so far has been, would the real Lakers stand up? And, Nick, we talked about this coming in. Once they turn the corner, you were going to see the Lakers. Have they indeed turned the corner? Is this now the team we're going to see moving forward? Are you fully confident in that? There's no more activating?
Yeah, look, they've been, yes, and I actually think we've seen it the whole playoffs. Listen, the defense has been elite in all 3 games. Game 1, and this was an unbelievable number, and thanks to Kevin O'Connor for bringing it to my attention. There's such Second Spectrum has a stat called shot luck. Essentially, who's taking the shots, where are they taken from, how closely are they guarded, should they be made or missed. They have tracked this from 2013 to now, regular season and postseason. Every single basketball game played, regular season or postseason, the single worst shot luck recorded was the Lakers in Game 1. And they still had a 6-point lead with 5 minutes left. Folks are like, oh, I don't know, man. Dame time. Feels like Barkley's calling for a sweep. Wildes is writing down predictions he's afraid to unveil. We still got Brandon saying Blazers are going to take them 7. This thing was always 5. It was always a gentleman's sweep. It always will be a gentleman's sweep. And Brandon, you were so on fire with the Luka take, and then LeBron's going to get his 4th title, and then you come out with Blazers taking it 7. I'm just so taken aback.
This is what you want to see.
I feel wounded.
Come on, this is what we want to see. We don't want to see a game go to 5. We want to go to 7.
Well, yeah, it'd be
right,
good
well,
theater.
The Blazers,
and I'd love to see Melo get 30. Come on.
Are going to try to even up this series in Game 4 tonight. We will preview that. But there was some NFL news over the weekend. Earl Thomas is now a free agent. Guess which team is rumored to be first in line to land him? First things first.